Hey Danish tubers, welcome back. Today we're getting suited up and going on a mission with the dynamic duo of Danish grammar, prepositions and verbs. You might think prepositions and verbs are like peanut butter and jelly, fantastic on their own, but even better together. In this module, we'll uncover the magic of their partnership. And to get us started, I want you to imagine a little thought bubble popping out of your head. Here's a little fun example. Hvad tænker du på? Hvad tænker du på? That means, what are you thinking about? And the fun thing about Danish, and probably all languages, is that often the way that you say something changes the meaning. So I might simply ask you, hey, what are you thinking? Hvad tænker du på? But if you do something a little bit, maybe stupid, something that I don't agree with, I might say it in this way. Hvad tænker du på? That's kind of fun. So this phrasal verb, if you like, is at tænke på. At tænke på. But if we replace på with sig om, at tænke sig om, that now means to think something through. Like, I just need to think about that a little bit. Jeg skal lige tænke mig om. Whereas at tænke over is a bit more like to consider doing something. Jeg tænker lige over det. Det skal jeg lige tænke over. Prepositions and verbs are like best friends at a carnival. They complement each other and they're inseparable. While verbs bring the action, prepositions add the flavor, taking you on a whirlwind ride of meaning. What do I mean by that? All I mean is the preposition changes the flavor of your sentence. Here's two simple examples. Jeg går til arbejde. Jeg går til arbejde. Versus jeg går på arbejde. Jeg går på arbejde. I feel like we mentioned this in the last class. Maybe we talked about going to the park as opposed to being in the park. Or walking to the library as opposed to going to the library. So here, till is telling us that you walk to work. You don't take the bus, you don't take the train, you don't drive, du går. Whereas, jeg går på arbejde is a fixed expression that just means I'm going to work. Let's dive into a few more everyday verb-preposition combos. Think of these pairs as treasures in the Danish language. Jeg glæder mig til det. Jeg glæder mig til det. I'm looking forward to it. So here we have the verb at glæde sig, which means to rejoice, to be happy. And if you glæder sig til something, then you are looking forward to something, future tense, on a rocket. I'm looking forward to that. Jeg glæder mig til det. If we replace til det with over, jeg glæder mig over det. Now I'm rejoicing over it, or I'm happy about it. I'm really happy about that. Jeg glæder mig over det. Here's another one, and this is not Batman for copyright reasons. Let's call him Catman. Tror du på mig? Tror du på mig? Do you believe in me? Do you believe in me? If we then replace the verb this time, stoler du på mig? Stoler du på mig? This now means, do you trust in me? To believe in somebody, to trust in somebody. Jeg stoler på dig, jeg tror på dig. They're very closely related, but there's a small nuance. So flipping out, changing the action, of course, gives you a slightly different nuance. So both the verb and the preposition have a huge impact on meaning. And the impact of prepositions is a great one, because they aren't just about location, they're almost the architects of the language. Let me show you how changing the preposition can be like adding a new floor to the meaning of a sentence. The verb at regne. At regne is a great one, because in one context it means to rain. You hear that word a lot in Denmark, but it also means to calculate. At regne, to calculate. But then at regne med, to calculate with, literally. But think of the English expression, to count on. I'm counting on you. Jeg regner med dig. If we now replace med with ud, og regner ud, that's like to figure something out. Again, to calculate, but it's not necessarily numbers. It's just something you can't work out. What is this about? Jeg kan ikke regne det ud. Jeg kan ikke regne det ud. So you can calculate something out, work it out, or you can calculate something in. At regner ind. at regne ind. That one is probably a bit more straightforward, and it's that you are including something in your summary of, for example, expenses. Then we have at regne op, which is to make an inventory or enumerate, mention a number of things or conditions in a particular order. And lastly, at regne fra, a bit more straightforward, to calculate from. Literally, it kind of means to take away, to deduct in a sense. So, time for some hands-on action. I've got some exercises to challenge your skills. Complete the sentences, match the verbs with the right prepositions, and even create your own Danish expressions. You know what to do. Pause the video, insert the correct preposition, come back and see how you did. Jeg glæder mig til sommeren. I'm looking forward to summer. Hun drømmer om en bedre fremtid. She's dreaming about a better future. So the preposition om will often mean about. De er stolte af deres præstationer. They are proud of their presentations. To be proud of, og være stolt af. Vi deltager i konkurrencen. To take part in a competition. We are taking part in the competition. And finally, han besluttede sig for at tage en pause. He decided to take a break. This reflexive verb is called at beslutte sig for. To decide something. So go ahead and challenge yourself. See what you can find. Do some research. Take, for example, all the phrasal verbs from the last slide with at regne and see if you can create sentences using each one of them. Go over to your workbook to practice using these phrasal verbs and prepositions. We've reached the final stop, but the adventure continues. You've gained a treasure chest of knowledge on prepositions and verb combinations. Be proud of your Danish language journey so far. Tusind tak, fordi du var med. Thank you so much because you were here. See you in the next video where we'll dive even deeper into the wonders of the Danish language, looking at conjunctions and compound sentences. Farvel.